Getting at Expedia.com activities. That's something I wanted to do. There's a lot of people around. But I shouldn't care, but I should. What? What are they showing me here? I don't need a diaper. Let me get some people on. See how this goes over with the people next to me. Should I skip it? Yeah. That was a weird ass commercial. Alright, you ready? Hold on. I did it last night for everyone on the privater stream. Maybe I'll wait till a few more people are on. No, maybe I'll wait till now. No. F it. F it, I say. Blah. I gotta get a couple of napkins anyway. Hold on. Is that the official dance? I'm not sure. I got a good golf swing still. A good air swing. Good air swing. Alright, let me say hello. Maria, and kicking off the parking fun with the 2 banana rounders. Thank you very much. Yeah, do what Janice says. I'm at like 24,979 when I left. It might not be reflecting yet, but it's probably like 980 or whatever. So 20 more people, 25K. That's a long-fought battle for the past 2 years. Rah. So, hello, Janice, Maria, Venus, Sony, Tom, Val Marie, Sony, Mike K. Did everyone like my dance? I'm not seeing any comments yet. Kevin, what's going on? Mary, Cindy, Bert, Captain Luke, Jamie, SJL. Well, thank you. Yeah, they're like my cash jeans. I'm so pissed. I used to get all my jeans at Rue 21. Yeah, okay, it was for like the younger generation and whatnot, but it's the only jeans that fit me. Now they're closed. So I don't know where I'm going to buy jeans from now on. Well, like daily drivers, kind of. Well, that's all I really wear. No, not really. I got going out jeans. Marshall, how are you? Did I say Bert? I'll say Bert again. Dennis Angel. Hey, bro, I'm moving to Las Vegas in a couple of weeks. Can you please recommend a good, honest... Yes. Matter of fact, I can, Dennis. Like, I will do it right now. That's the dance, baby. I'm burning it. AF. Milo. Okay, Dennis, before we get started, before I forget, check out my boy Nacho's Mobile Auto Repair. He's got a spot like behind the Stratosphere, but dude comes to you. I mean, for no extra charge. I mean, he's done things that the dealership would have cost like, $1,000. Comes to the house, looks around. You tell him in advance in case he needs a part or whatever. He needs a part, he jets out, comes back. I mean, nothing ever got messed with the car, not even a freaking greasy fingerprint, nothing like that. I've been using this cat, for a long time, recommended it to everyone. So just look up, I think I even got the number. Well, want me to do that? Want me to do like big shout out to Nacho? Nacho. Yeah, all right. There we go right there. Nacho the Mechanic, but it's actually not. Ooh, we're getting like an Inception deal going on there. There goes his number right there. Take that down. Bam. Or scroll back. Yeah, dude's all right. Dude is honest. Dude is affordable. Dude doesn't mark up prices. You know, he'll be like, damn, you know, it cost me $36. How much? $36. You know, I mean, yeah, he's a rare dude in town. I gravitate towards people with integrity. Homeboy got integrity. All right, that being out of the way, and he comes to your house. You know, he comes to you. Like, I had one situation a long time ago. He's been around a long time. One situation like 8 years ago, 7, 8 years ago. He's like, oh, you know, I think, you know, I'm kind of afraid I'm going to, like, drop some oil and make a little mess. So let me do this. I'm going to take it back to my spot, and I'll come get you when it's ready. He got me when it's ready. You know, I didn't even have to get an Uber or a cab or nothing like that. I mean, that's the type of dude he is. So hopefully he's still the same, and I'm not putting my foot in my mouth. But no, people with integrity remain with integrity. Nacho Mechanic. You are welcome, Dennis. Shout out, Anthony. What's going on? All right, what do we got? Like 80 people's on? Oh, why am I pointing it into the crowd? Man. I'm surprised I still have my golf swing. You see how I pivoted my weight onto my my leading leg like that? I love golf. One day I'm going to get back into that addiction. Not yet. Alright, let's build this coffee. Alright, well, I was supposed to ritualize coffee activities, so let's do that first. Let's ritualize some coffee. Crack my knuckles. Crack my knuckles and jump for joy. Got a clean bill of health from Dr. McCoy. Let's try. What did we do last time? Let's start with 3 of these. Me and Vaughn went out. Me and Vaughn hung out. I just like inhaled a bunch of Truvia. I just raw dogged it straight up my lungs. It was kind of sweet. I don't think I've ever freaking inhaled artificial sugar before. Kids, don't do that at home. Stay in school. So me and Vaughn had, what do we have? We had some coffee in the high limit room at Bellagio. They treated us superbly, as per usual. They're just awesome over there. We didn't play. We just, you know, kind of did a chat and chill for a couple hours. Good conversation, good friends. Shout out. Born, airborne. I want to be an airborne ranger. I want to live a life of danger. Airborne. Stand up, look up, shuffle through the door. Step right out on the count of 4. Like, why do I know cadences? Because I do. Well, alright, what up? Let's check it out. Little weak, I think I inhaled too much of it. It didn't end up in the coffee. That was weird, like when I opened it, it kind of puffed, and I took a breath at the same time. It was like breath freshener. My lungs are all happy now. I'm in a good mood. Kinda. Sorta. For the most part. Yeah, man. I was witnessing something. I don't know if I was supposed to witness that or not. Maybe not. Let's see. Venus. Oh, I got a commercial. That's why the chat's not moving. Oh, that drives me nuts. Why is chat such a hard thing to keep on top of, you know? Like, it always breaks. Even on my platform, it gives an issue every now and then. Was having technical difficulties? How you doing, Venus? I don't need no technical difficulties. SEMA is in town. The auto show. So they're out there. Tomorrow night when we go out, we'll see like tons of modded out vehicles and trucks and bikes and all that shit up and down the strips. That's going to be fun. But not tonight. Tonight is coffee night. Angie, how are you? Oh, in the mall? Like even right now. Scope it. I don't know when they did it. I mean, I haven't been here in, 3 days? They put up the Christmas decorations. The giant-ass tree in the center hall by the, what do you call it? The Rolex spot? Well, I wouldn't say fake Rolex, but the Rolex dealer. Bunch of dicks. That giant tree is up. That, like, 100-foot one. So it's Christmas. Nice. I'm psyched. You know, I'm going to start having to film it and whatever. I don't know when the conservatory goes off, though. I got to look at they were wrong about the fall one. They said they were going to put the fall one up. They didn't do it for a week later. So I don't know. You guys are walking a giant Doberman here. That Doberman's like looking all pissed off and shit. Dobermans are cool. I had one, but he was a little bit of an asshole. For a dog. You know, dogs can be assholes. Animals can be assholes. He's a little bit of an asshole. Was on your end? Alright. But I got problems on my end sometimes. You hear all the guys with the modded out 4-wheel drives and shit and the pickup trucks. They all got the freaking train horns. Wah, wah. Like, why? That's like, I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole. I don't get it. Look at me. Look at me. You know, whatever. I mean, you got a cool car. We're already like, yeah, bro, that's cool. And then you hear that? Can you hear that? Then you gotta hit that horn, and it's like it blows the whole thing, you know? And some chicks are looking at you, then you blow the horn, they're like, oh, he's probably got a pecker this big. Whatever. Checking in with the peasants. What up, Captain Dave? Yep, I'm gonna see you. Alright, let me get some coffee in me. Let me get some coffee. I don't know why I'm like a little undercover. What does it say? November 16th? Okay, so that means Breakdown's probably starting. Last night, we were at the Bellagio. It wasn't started. So Breakdown will start this week sometime. I like looking at Breakdown, too. And construction. I always found that fun. I find anything Christmas fun. However, I gotta get my ass in gear and start decorating my place, like ASAP. What is that like? It's here. It's freaking here. Thanksgiving, jump right over that Thanksgiving. Let's see what else. What do we got? Alright, so we got some stuff to talk about. I had a whole list of shit I wanted to talk about. I never like come prepared for a chillin' chat, what I want to talk about. It's just like shit that happens over the course of my life, over the course of the week since the last time I saw you. But this week was kind of like, it was like the entire freaking planet, not just America, but the entire planet was waiting for a pregnancy test. Like the whole world peed on a stick and was holding it, waiting to see if there was any like bars or no bars or whatnot. You know, the whole freaking world was waiting for a pregnancy test, and we got the results pretty much right away on Tuesday night. So you know, things are different. Some people are happy, some people are not so happy. But even the people who are unhappy, ultimately, I think they'll be happy if they let themselves be happy. That's my opinion. Some people are never going to be happy. However, should I get right into it? Should I just let her rip? Midshipman, what's going on? So I'm not gonna, like, I had a conversation last night. I cannot talk about too much here. Oh. Speaking of which, you gotta hear something. You ready to hear something? You're gonna hear all the somethings. Wait. You're gonna hear all the somethings in a second. They banned me, well, not banned. They blocked the video, But I'm just gonna do the audio. You ready for audio? Listen to this. Just listen. But then we'll talk about it in a second.
Liberties will topple. If we don't have free speech, then we just don't have a free country. It's as simple as that. If this most fundamental right is allowed to perish, then the rest of our rights and liberties will topple, just like dominoes, one by one. They'll go down. That's why today I'm announcing my plan to shatter the left-wing censorship regime and to reclaim the right to free speech for all Americans. And reclaim is a very important word in this case because they've taken it away. In recent weeks, bombshell reports have confirmed that a sinister group of deep state bureaucrats, Silicon Valley tyrants, left-wing activists, and depraved corporate news media have been conspiring to manipulate and silence the American people. They have collaborated to suppress vital information on everything from elections to public health. The censorship cartel must be dismantled and destroyed, and it must happen immediately. And here's my plan. First, within hours of my inauguration, I will sign an executive order banning any federal department or agency from colluding with any organization, business, or person to censor, limit, categorize, or impede the lawful speech of American citizens. I will then ban federal money from being used to label domestic speech as mis- or disinformation. And I will begin the process of identifying and firing every federal bureaucrat who has engaged in domestic censorship, directly or indirectly, whether they are the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Health, Human Services, the FBI, the DOJ, no matter who they are. Second, I will order the Department of Justice to investigate all parties involved in the new online censorship regime, which is absolutely destructive and terrible, and to aggressively prosecute any and all crimes identified. These include possible violations of federal civil rights law, campaign finance laws, federal election law, securities law, and antitrust laws, the Hatch Act, and a host of other potential criminal, civil, regulatory, and constitutional offenses. To assist in these efforts, I am urging House Republicans to immediately send preservation letters, and we have to do this right now, to the Biden administration, the Biden campaign, and every Silicon Valley tech giant, ordering them not to destroy evidence of censorship. Third, upon my inauguration as president, I will ask Congress to send a bill to my desk revising Section 230 to get big online platforms out of censorship business. From now on, digital platforms should only qualify for immunity protection under Section 230 if they meet high standards of neutrality, transparency, fairness, and non-discrimination. We should require these platforms to increase their efforts to take down unlawful content such as child exploitation and promoting terrorism, while dramatically curtailing their power to arbitrarily restrict lawful speech. Fourth, we need to break up the entire toxic censorship industry that has arisen under the false guise of tackling so-called mis- and disinformation. The federal government should immediately stop funding all nonprofits and academic programs that support this authoritarian project. If any U.S. university is discovered to have engaged in censorship activities or election interferences in the past, such as flagging social media content for removal of blacklisting, those universities should lose federal research dollars and federal student loan support for a period of 5 years and maybe more. We should also enact new laws laying out clear criminal penalties for federal bureaucrats who partner with private entities to do an end run around the Constitution and deprive Americans of their First, Fourth, and Fifth Amendment rights. In other words, deprive them of their vote. And once you lose those elections, and once you lose your borders like we have, you no longer have a country. Furthermore, to confront the problems of major platforms being infiltrated by legions of former deep staters and intelligence officials, there should be a 7-year cooling off period before any employee of the FBI, CIA, NSA, DNI, DHS, or DOD is allowed to take a job at a company possessing vast quantities of U.S. user data. Fifth, the time has finally come for Congress to pass a digital Bill of Rights. This should include a right to digital due process. In other words, government officials should need a court order to take down online content, not send information requests such as the FBI was sending to Twitter. Furthermore, when users of big online platforms have their content or accounts removed, throttled, shadow banned, or otherwise restricted, no matter what name they use, they should have the right to be informed that it's happening, the right to a specific explanation of the reason why, and the right to a timely appeal. In addition, all users over the age of 18 should have the right to opt out of content moderation and curation entirely and receive an unmanipulated stream of information if they so choose. The fight for free speech is a matter of victory or death for America and for the survival of Western civilization itself. When I am president, this whole rotten system of censorship and information control will be ripped out of the system at large. There won't be anything left. By restoring free speech, we'll begin to reclaim our democracy and save our nation. Thank you, and God bless America. Here's my plan to dismantle the deep state and
Whoa. All right. That cut into my coffee drinking time. But, all right, now don't get too excited. That's going to take a while, but he said immediately. Now, if you're playing along, he's been knocking out these 2 to 4 minute clips, like 2 or 3 a day, spelling out the agenda. And this one, this one specifically touched home because it affects me, it affects you and me and everyone else. However, I've seen it up close and personal. When they tell me I can't talk about my own issues, like they went back into my entire library and removed most of the things except the one video where I just did it start to finish, because then they'd have to justify it about the handicaps that I was born with and how I overcame them. They couldn't mess with that one. I did file a appeal, and they were like, yeah, that was like a whole subject about you, huh? But all the other times I talked about it in passing and whatnot, they yanked them all, So, they claimed it was medical advice or some crap. Yeah, so I've been on the front lines of that. YT sent me to re-education camp. I had to take a course to know what not to say and what I could say and stuff like that. They in order to keep the channel, I had to go to frickin' re-education programs sponsored by. So yeah, I've been on the front lines of this, and it ain't over yet. And don't get all excited just because there was a result on Tuesday. It is just the beginning. I mean, yes, it's nice. It's, I feel a little better. The birds are singing. It's just like, yeah, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Let me check out some comments. That's it. Don't get too excited yet. Oh, are you keeping track of everyone who's left the U.S.? What's his name? Didn't Bono said he was going to drive his car off something? I wonder if he did that yet. I mean, I'm not wishing he did, but, keep your word. This is like this commercial for whatever this game is has been sitting up there like for a minute, and there's no freaking X out of it button. Is that my punishment for what I just said, YT? Really, you gonna be like that? Like I said, it ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. All messages. Yeah, Richard Geared left. Tom, what's his face? Tom H. Yeah, who even cares? I always thought U2 was like a floating turd of a band. Their music always made my skin crawl. I know a lot of people like them, but to me, you know, they can kiss my ass. You know, I don't care how many times they play at the Sphere and whatever. Go look at the ads that they run on the outside of the Sphere when they're playing. It's like pure corruption. So they can kiss my ass too. Who else? The former, those two guys who were president. What was it? Michael and the other one? I forgot his name already. They left. They gone. Why am I getting these non-skippable commercials during a live stream? That's some bullshit. Hold on. I just shut it down. I'll fire it back up again. All right, there we go. I got stuck in a loop. Happy trails to you. Oh, man. Yeah, did he bring his gerbils? Yeah, he was a gerbil boy. He was a gerbler. But again, it ain't over yet. Looked like that dog was, what was the dog? You see a dog back there? A giant Doberman? I don't trust Dobermans. That's one dog I do not trust. I never got bitten by one, but they're always like looking at you like all judgmental and shit. I have gotten bit by German Shepherds, and I got bit by a Chihuahua. I never got bit by a Doberman. But they just look like assholes sometimes, although I love all dogs. I had an exit out of Doberman. Maybe that's what's sticking in my head. Lionel, yeah, it's not returned yet. We got a long way to go. We have okay, people, I'm going to tell you this right now. Do not, under any circumstances, drop your guard. What happened on Tuesday, and I got to be very careful, because like I said, these changes are not going to have, it's just not going to, you know, even on day one, it's not going to be poof. Even if you can write an executive order and nothing's going to happen for, 2 years. So, although I will call him up, I think I have his number still. I'll call him up. I'll be like, yo, bro, you know what they did to me? We are on the precipice of a shitstorm. I don't want to get like, I don't want to piss on people's parades or whatnot, but I think, the excitement, I'm still excited. I'm still getting a kick out of watching people cry and scream into pillows online and all that. Oh, I'm going to shave my head and no man's going to get any box from me, all that stuff. And I'm just like, I never wanted none from you anyway, so shave away. We're going to stop wearing makeup and protest. Good. I wish all women would stop wearing makeup, except when you're with me and we go out. But other than that, no. Makeup's unnecessary. It's catfishing, in my opinion. We're going to abstain. Yeah, self-fulfilling prophecy. Isn't that ironic? Hey, you took away our right to our progeny, so now we're not going to have any, so we won't have to. That makes a lot of sense. But, so yeah, I'm getting a kick out of watching all that stuff, and, I can't wear a bracelet of a different color anymore because I'll be on a certain team, They're doing all that stuff. I haven't seen anyone shave head in Vegas yet. However, now that we kind of, we got to get back in our lane, because how can I even say this? Do I even want to say this? Isn't everyone being all calm and nice? Even Bill Bates. How you doing, Alex? Even Bill Bates is like, hey, bro, I've always wanted to work with you. How about me and you? We work together from now on. You know? Bill Bates. He's like, oh yeah, let me help you. Mark Cuban. I want to be part of the new, 47 has to be extraordinarily careful who he surrounds himself with. For many reasons. Not just because someone might link in him, but just for shitty advice. Like Pompano. I gotta be careful. I'm saying shit between the lines. So I hope you're listening. Pompano. Mike Pompano. They're more than backpedaling. It's a plan. Do you think under any circumstances whatsoever? You know what? Before I get into this, let me inspire some people to because this is getting demonetized. I'm going to invite everyone to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least 5 times a week. And if you're on the sports channel, super chat while I'm live is the grease that keeps the live stream going. Pays for the gas, maybe the coffee, blah, blah, blah. And you can do all the stuff down there. But that's where we can really talk over at HeyBrorFredrik.com. How you doing? Double Eagle, what's up? Helen Callie's here. Tom, how you doing? What's the best time to visit Vegas? Anytime but the summer. The summer sucks. I mean, unless you like 115, 120, and not being able to walk outside, I think Christmas is the most beautiful time. We don't have a spring, we don't have a fall, per se. Like it was, went from 95 that night to 45 at night in a week and a half. So, I'm personally... It's nice to be here for the holidays. It's kind of cool. But the July and August blow. They blow. I mean, for me personally, but it's nasty. Some people pretend they're like, oh yeah, I love this weather. Yeah, okay. And deep down inside, their souls are melting. They pretend to like it because it's cheaper. But anyway, I digress. Under no circumstances... You're going to be here for Christmas? Cool, Bert. There's not going to be a peaceful transfer of power. There is not. If you think there is, that's what this whole thing is. That's what the whole lead up to this thing was. You're the guy with the mustache. You're the authoritarian. They're going to round you up. I mean, that was all planned to plant the seed in people's brains for what they're going to unleash sometime between 5 minutes from now to the January 20th and maybe a little beyond. So yeah, to get the people, because bad shit's going to start happening. Shit is going to start happening fast. Again, I said last night, I think I could say it here. I think, as a first time viewer, what up? What up, Tim, the Canadian? I think we had to go through what we've just been through for the past 4 years. That way, many, many reasons. One, there's no way in the world, in my opinion, 45, his second term would have been any different from the first. Because they had him on his heels, he was fighting on 100 different fronts, he was surrounded by assholes, bad advice. I mean, it was just a train wreck. However, now it's more prepared, and I think the world and the country needed to see what the alternative was, and we just saw it for 4 years, $7 eggs, and World War III, So I think the world now, there'll be a stark contrast, and now, it's a little more prepared. But he's hitting the ground running. He is hitting the ground running, and he is shaking up the powers that be. Think about this. Think about this for a second. All right, you're gonna have Junior, RF, Junior. I don't care. out there telling massive, massive, massive corporations they can't sell their fast food anymore. Massive corporations. You know, massive corporations that are owned by even more massive corporations that hold their shares and hold them by the balls. BR, B-Rock. I mean, he is actively effing with a hornet's nest. Actively effing with the hornet's nest. I mean, just think about that for a second. Hey, like I always say, McDonald's salt has 3 ingredients. It literally has 3 fucking ingredients in McDonald's salt. What does salt need ingredients for? Anti-caking, preservative, blah, 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 taste enhancer. What's salt need a taste enhancer? Salt isn't. So all that's going to go away. All the chemicals, all the red dye 40s. That means is all fast food. And I've been saying this for a long time in preparation for this. I'm never into fast food anyway. I don't eat it. It repulses me. However, and you can tell, you know, proof's in the pudding. Eat that shit, you know. Okay. Now, how many skinny people eat a lot of fast food that are over 30? None. Except me. No, I don't eat fast food. I'm not shitting on people. I'm just preparing you. That's going to be gone. So what is the world going to do when every fast food restaurant either has to close or come up with healthy alternatives? And healthy alternatives are just meat, cheese, eggs, carnivore, keto. Get rid of all the carbs. I mean, the world is not ready for the level of disruption that's heading our way. I don't know if you've taken the time to think about this. How you doing? I don't think people have taken the time to think about the ramifications. And I don't want to be a sourpuss because I'm happy. And number one, that ain't going to affect me. But what will affect me is 1 million people who work behind the counters at these shitholes are all going to be looking for another job. That'll be a problem. All the owners of these franchises. You know, I personally met someone who owns 83 McDonald's. 83 McDonald's. And they're gonna be like, what do we do? What the actual F do we do? Do we gotta start like not putting rat in our meat and chemicals and all the rest of that shit? Damn. I mean, but he's taking on everyone, but it's not just them. It's the people BR, Fidelity. You know what I'm trying to say? He's poking he's poking the world. He's poking the new world. And you think they're just gonna sit back and be like, cool, bro. You know, I kind of always liked you, bro. We good. I'm down. He said everything about I mean, undo censor voting, because I can't even say that. Freedom of peaches, can't say that. Take away all the crap that's in the food and in our water. We'll start taking away, and people used to laugh at me. That dog be lurking. What up, doggo? Oh, that's a different dog. That's a little poodle jam. It's kind of cute. I want one. Poodles, standard poodles can be assholes too, but the little one's kind of cute. Even the I mean, I kind of get along with assholes too. I'll be honest, because I could be one sometimes too. All right, I act like one. I am not one. That's what a lot of people would tell me. You know, before I met you, I really thought you were like an asshole. Should I take pride in that? Probably not. It's big. It's bigger than you imagine. And if you think for a minute that this is gonna go smooth, it ain't. Okay. I'm trying to think of what else I could say. Okay. When they release, and he's going to, certain lists of very famous people who've either attended certain events or been to certain land masses out in the ocean. When those lists start getting released, and there's another one, in case you don't know, country music is not immune to this either. Country music has its own thing going on. It's yet to come to a head, but it started with Garth Brooks. Mark my words. Mark my words. And he's still everyone's freaking hero. The guy who sings about, I got friends in low places. I mean, at least he's honest. He does. And high places that have lowbrow behavior. So, take all your shit and Darth Brooks. Oh, I think I just coined that. Throw that shit in the garbage. Or not. You do you. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Cool. I like that. I met a lot of people over the weekend. Alright. So getting back to when these lists get delistified. What do you think? What do you think? Just think about this for a second. What do you think the reaction in the United States or around the world is going to be when you start seeing Hollywood, people in Hollywood that you've come to know and love? They're even in Christmas movies. Oh, I love all his movies. Will Smith, and, you know, whatever. And they start to see them all trotted out in handcuffs. Leonardo, Oprah, and they all get trotted out in handcuffs. Do you think the world is truly ready for that? Do you think they're gonna just, like, not put up a fight? I mean, not a physical fight. Do you really think that? Do you think the world is going to be ready for your favorite quarterback that you've been watching? You bought his fucking t-shirts and jerseys. And they're going to trot him out? I look 10 years older? Really? I'm 10 inches longer, too. Do you really think that, like, when they trot out your favorite football player, your favorite quarterback that you've been rooting for in front of the media, that's just gonna go over like, yay, cool? It's not. It's not. What do you think? Okay, let's just take it back to the Hollywood thing. What's going to happen to Netflix? What's going to happen to Hulu? What's going to happen to Peacock? What's going to happen to Tubi? What's going to happen to the entire movie and streaming industry is effed. Because how are you ever going to who's going to watch Titanic ever again when they find out, you know, certain things? Who's going to watch any of that crap? Because most, like 90+% of them are involved. So, are you going to watch it? You're going to continue to watch that shit after you find out and you see the videos? Because the only way that anyone's going to believe when they have, you know, your favorite stars in frickin' shackles and whatnot is if they show the public videos, which they have. You think the world's ready for that? You think like the next couple of years are going to be like, I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain, what a glorious... No, we're in for some shit. We're in for some shit. People who know. Like, I've known this stuff for years. Like, years and years and years. You just can't talk about it to anyone. Now it's going to be talked about. Now it's going to be... So they've been prepping everyone, filling their heads. Oh, authoritarian, blah, blah, blah. You know, that way when they start rounding up all these people, these ne'er-do-well evildoers, then they can say, We told you so. We told you he was going to use the complex to do his bidding. So they're going to have to show these. They're going to have to, like, shut down the TVs and put the frickin' tapes on for everyone to see. That's the only way society's going to accept what happens. You think people are ready for that? I've seen some of that shit. I'm telling you, most of you are not ready for it. We're ready to see that laptop? I guarantee you're not. I guarantee you're not. You might be curious at first, you'll pop it on, and then it'll be like, and then it'll make sense to people. Yeah. Anyway. Alright, let's see comments. I'll keep going down the rabbit hole, because we're done already. This video's kind of done already, but... Well, I got some people listening, that's cool. But I can't even say what I want to say, and it still sounds like I'm saying a lot, and I'm not. So, again, check me out over there. 50 cents a day, you know? Support me over there. Cuff from Dano. Let's just see here. AI will take over 100%, no worries. Yeah, there's a lot of work to do. There's a lot. It's all been planned. I mean, the Summer of Love, you know, the last time it happened, whatever. Oh, just mostly peaceful. That was a beta test. The thing over the face and all that, that was a beta test. Is anyone playing along with that? Listening to the reports that came out of Japan? Like the entire medical community. I said the word. The entire community of people who work in facilities that help people with surgery came out and said people who got that thing are 5 times more likely to develop some incurable crap, and there's no saving them because it happens like that. Just saying. However, there are ways to try to mitigate that. It's snowing pretty hard up by you? Dang. My Aunt Betty worked the season for 27 years. She won this about Hollywood. Yeah, I mean, I've been hearing stories about, yep, pure blood here too. We could sell it. Our freaking blood is worth more than Bitcoin right now. Because they'll need it in the future. I should be not. Damn, bro, I'm gonna toss up some blessings for you, Jim West. You my brother. Oh man, they're like bombing me with commercials tonight. I guess they ain't liking what I'm saying. Skip. See ya. But it is what it is. Think turmeric. Think lots and lots and lots of turmeric. It's so good in your food. Zach Fisher. That was fun. I mean, did anyone actually? I said last night too during the private. I had no intention of turning that into a 1-hour video about the Aria Sky Suite. Again, you know, it's got like 800 views or something. You know, my room reviews, nobody knows me for that, and I'm not like an ass kisser, you know. Oh, and over here, look at the beautiful coffee pod. Oh, everything's the best, like all these other people do, my colleagues. I ain't playing that game. I just get right into it, and it's about me and my experience, you know. So, but I enjoyed it. It was fun. I don't say no. Yeah, that was a fun video, but I doubt people watched all the way to the end. However, to help people along, can I talk about some more? Yeah, I'll talk about some Bitcoin. What time is it? Yeah, not yet, but stay tuned, I will. Because it just hit an all-time high, and, you know, I'm loving it. And it's Bitcoin. If you ain't buying no Bitcoin, and don't tell yourself, oh, now it's too high, I can't buy any. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. Just keep buying. or don't. I'm not a financial advisor. I know what I'm doing. If I get 10 extra bucks in my pocket at the end of the night, I'm buying Bitcoin. I'm putting everything in there because by the time I'm ready to retire in 2023, not because I have to, because I want to, I already called the date, Bitcoin will be anywhere from 2 to 5 million bucks of Bitcoin. So, you know, you'd be foolish not to buy. You'll be looking back when it's 1 million going, damn, I should have bought it at 80,000. You don't have to buy a whole one. Anyway, I'm digressing. This woman's like 4 feet tall. Yeah, she's about 4 feet tall, but not a what's a proper thing? You can't say midget no more. What do you got to call them? Altitudinally challenged or something? I don't know. But she's like full grown but she's like that big. That was interesting. Anyway, it was fun. But I put chapters in that video of the Aria Sky Suite so people could skip around to the interesting parts. Like vertically challenged. Okay. Vertically challenged. Altitudinally. That's not even a word, but you can use it if you want. What up, shorty? But it's gotta be SHAWTY. What up, shorty? I used a bidet. You know, and I did like 10 minutes on what it was like to be like cut in half by a friggin' rogue toilet bowl. You know, that was a fun video. I watched it twice because it was just funny. But I got to see the results today to see how long. I think people only watched like the first 3 minutes. They missed all the good shit. That was funny. But I had fun. I went, because I didn't want to sleep in that torture, that bed. I shit you not. And I use that not lightly. That was the worst bed in all of Las Vegas. Aria. Get your shit together. So the second night, I made the command decision that I am going to stay up as late as I can. Wasn't that funny? Yeah, I mean, but this bidet, it was like, you know them like plasma cutters, the water jets that they can cut like titanium with? That's what this bidet was like. I mean, I swear. Okay, now you don't have to watch the video. I'm sitting on that bidet. I'm just like, you know, I'm pressing the, you know, front, back. I'm like, I don't have a front that needs anything. So, okay, the back. Do I want oscillating? I don't know. I'm not ready for oscillating. I'm an amateur at this. And this thing felt like one of them freaking laser jet plasma cutters. I thought it was just going to cut me in half. I was just like, oh! It was that came out with more pressure than my kitchen sink. It came out more. It was like a pressure washer. Anyone ever use a pressure washer to wash your deck and whatnot? It was like that, but with the laser beam point that you can cut wood and shit. I swear to God, I couldn't press the button. I jumped off that thing to save my life. I thought it was literally gonna cut me in half. Like, remember in Resident Evil when they was in the hallway with the laser beams coming? And that laser beam thing went through the dude and he like slipped apart. You know, it's like that clean a cut. That's what I thought was going to happen to me. I thought I was in an episode of frickin' Resident Evil on that frickin' bidet. Ladies, be careful with your you-know-what on the frickin' bidet over there. Because that ain't going to be pleasant. But anyway, I digress. I wanted gentle. You know, I wanted like rain and, you know, play a little music for me, buy me dinner, whatever. But no, that was not a good experience. I mean, I'm sure there's ones that, I mean, I could see the utility. Like I said in the video, I could see how that is awesome. You know, who don't want to be like that level of like nice and clean? And I know there's probably people out there who like one swipe and go type of people. I'm just like, nah, you know, I like being clean. The hell is that? Has it started already? Okay, anyway. Off the bidet. So I hung around crystal shops. So I walked into I felt bad. I always wanted to do it, so I was like, F it. So I go into Tom Ford at Crystal Shops, and I'm like, hey, how you doing? And I look good. I dressed, I was in the Sky Suite, so I was looking pretty good. I think I was. Got the right shoes on, got the slacks, got the shirt, the whole bit. I had the belt. So I go into Tom Ford. Hello Tushy is the best. Hello Tushy. I gotta check that out. I mean, I wanna like a little. I don't want a freaking laser jet. I just want like wash. Like if you turn, the thing in the kitchen sink you do with the pots there, just turn that up. I don't want to be sliced in half by a freaking laser beam of water. Anyway, and I gotta find heated seats. The freaking heated seat is the coolest thing. Well, it's heated, it's not cool, but it's game-changing, people. Heated seats in the toilet, it's the best. It's the best. That's worth paying to be there, to sit on a heated seat. Anyway, so I go into Tom Ford, and I'm just chatting with him, I mean, I like the Tom Ford look ever since I saw it on Suits. Harvey Specter always wore Tom Ford, but I don't like Tom Ford because they're a little too long, but you could have all that shit altered and whatnot, because it's standard, like, English, little lower, cover your entire ass. I don't like having my entire ass covered by my suit jacket. I mean, how should I put this? I don't mind, I put a lot of work, I lifted, all this stuff, I'm not going to frickin' hide it under a jacket. Anyway, for me, not for you. So that can all be altered. So he's like, bro, let me fit you for a suit. And then you come in and all this other stuff. All right. So I got fitted for a suit at Tom Ford. Let's see if I can find a picture. I'm sure I can find a picture. Alright, let's see. It's laser beams or nothing on them things? Dang. I mean, he didn't pick that for the style, but yeah, so that's me and Tom Ford, getting Tom Forded up. I was wearing the perfect shirt. So yeah, cool. Tom Ford. Then we're like kind of ready to discuss a couple numbers. I'm like, because you don't ask price per se, but I kind of looked money-ish. So I'm like, how much, bro? I said, what are we looking at? The Aria bed was, it might just have been mine. I can't condemn the entire property on that beds over one experience. It might just have been, but I hate memory foam, number one. But that was torture. Anyway, torturous. And I've slept on rocks. I've slept standing up. Well, go watch the video. And I did that whole video unscripted. Need to do a shirt shirt. I will do that. I want to find someone who's okay with me getting fit, because there is a way. I used to work because I used to fight a lot, so I used to do the neck lifting weights and whatever, and back front. So I got a thick neck, and it's not gone away. Like the rest of me is shrunk back down to normal, but my neck has stayed. So I have it's so hard for me to find a shirt that's the right length, the right fit here, and I can actually button. It is so freaking hard. But I'm going to find someone I can start doing stuff like that with. I got to, I'll tell you a story about Stefano Ricci in a second, too. So I'm at Tom Ford, and bro's like, so I go like this. So, give me a ballpark. What are we looking at, out the door with fitting and whatnot? He's like, about 75. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'll be back. 7,500 plus, so $8,000 for a suit. In my mind, I'm stuck in maybe the 90s musically and whatever, but you always used to hear in the 90s, oh, he's wearing one of them $2,000 Armani suits, the shiny ones. Like 2,000 for a suit for most people would be like, Maron, that's a lot of money, you know? Try 8,000. Try 8,000 for a suit, but it's a Tom Ford, you know? It's a Tom Ford, and everyone will know you're wearing a Tom Ford. They will know. And even the frickin' Ambers, you know, that work at the frickin' Greyhound bus station, know you're wearing a Tom Ford. So yeah, it makes you a little bit of a target, but it was an experience. It was fun. So, one day I went. Well, when Bitcoin hits the number I want, I'll scrape off a chunk and I'll buy a whole freaking Tom Ford wardrobe. It'll mean nothing when Bitcoin hits the big numbers. And buy me a house with like 0.00001 of a Bitcoin. No, I already got a house. What would I buy? What do I need? I don't really need anything. What should I buy? I'll buy you a house. Anyway. So I go to Stefano Ricci. Stefano Ricci, if you go back in time, when we were in crystal shops, I was like talking to them, it's elegant. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful place inside there. It's all like mahogany and it's just gorgeous. It's like a gentleman's, it's kind of bespoke, but not. And I never went inside because I had the camera and I was like, and I went like this, do you mind if I come in? Because I wanted to show everyone, during a live stream, and they were like, no. And ever since then, I've been like, mafango. But, so this time I go in there, right? Because I'm feeling it from Tom Ford, I got some nice cologne on, I'm like, all right, whatever. So I go in there, and they didn't even ask, may I help you, sir? So they just let me roam. Okay, so I tried on some stuff there. Guess what I tried on at Stefano Ricci? It's beautiful. I love their stuff. Stefano Ricci. And it's a designer nobody really knows about. I tried on a $4,800 belt. It looked okay. They had a rack of belts that looked like you were like Ross, they were just hanging. They had the thing and the hanging the different sizes, like how they sell belts. So on that rack, maybe $250,000 worth of belts. I'm picking this one up, $4,800. The one behind it's $4,800, all the way through. Oh, I take a 30 or 32, depends on where the holes are. So I find one, $4,800. I'm trying it on. I pulled mine out. I have no, that's not the one. I thought I was wearing my knockoff Gucci one. Anyway, I said it. So out the door, a $5,000 belt. Okay. So I looked at another one, it was like $3,200. This one, the cheapest belt in there was $2,600. So I'm like, cool. Then, next to it, in a display cabinet with like a standing humidor, but it was it had black velour, and they were putting the different buckles you can get with a tiny little pin light to accent them, because they're gold plated, right? And they're showing all the different ones. Oh, you don't want that belt? If you want a really nice belt buckle to go, because $4,800, you're just getting the off-the-shelf freaking belt buckle. So you want to step up your belt game, you gotta, may I show you the proper belt buckles over here? Oh, okay. How much are those, might I ask? $7,000 for a belt buckle. $2,000, $4,000, and they're Eagles, and they're nice. I ain't gonna say no. They had the most beautiful polo shirt. They had the most beautiful sneakers. There's a pair of sneakers in Louis Vuitton that, I would love to get, but I ain't stupid either, and I'm not paying $1,200 for a pair of sneakers, but they are just differently freaking awesome. They wanted $3,450 for their sneakers. Tom Ford had some really nice shoes, right? And they were like, and I'm like this, right? I'm looking at so like I pick up one shoe and I'm just like, doesn't have the price on it. So I'm like, and I put it back so I could pick up the other shoe because I want to know the price without like looking like a dick, you know? Oh, how much are these? So I'm like, it's quality, good leather. Yeah, nice. $2,500. So if I would have bought a suit, a belt, well, a Tom Ford belt, a pair of shoes, pair of socks, proper shirt, proper tie, 12 grand? No, more than that. Yeah, probably about between 12 and 15 grand. 12 and 15 grand. Oh, yeah. But like I said, that's going to be nothing in Bitcoin dollars in the future, so who cares? So, but then again, aren't you setting yourself up to be a target, you know? Because everyone will be like, you know, all the people will be like, bro, be wearing some $4,000 freaking skips over there, you know? Get freaking jumped for your skips like it's, you know, back in high school or whatever. But that Ricci stuff was nice. I mean, they had a humidor that I probably would have gagged if I saw the price. It was probably like obscene. But I had to go, you know, and I was killing time because I didn't want to put my body back in that freaking torture chamber Aria bed, Aria Sky Suites bed. I don't know about the rest of them, but that bed was, woo, man. I probably, if I was there a third night, I would have slept on the floor. Literally would have slept on the floor just to preserve my body and my freaking mental health. My coffee is cold AF. And no one's offering me another one. Hold on. What's going on over here? Oh yeah, you are right, Mr. Gumballs. Absolutely. The only thing I don't like about the Tom Ford, but they had to do it. There was like a little gap, like I don't like a lot of padding. I mean, some dudes need it. I mean, I tend to need it, a little bit of it now because, you know, I've lost a lot of size, but it protruded a little far, so they would have had to tuck it. You know, like when you lift up your arm, it makes like a divot right there. So, but that's just me with everything. I gotta have everything kind of fitted. No off-the-shelf activities. I mean, it's rare if I find something off-the-shelf. Does Tommy Bahama do a new $5 belt's a good? Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, I like a good belt. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, this is my daily driver. I like thick, wide belts, you know. What I pay like? It's I told you the whole story about that belt. It was identical to one that I bought like 10 years ago, which is freaky. Not Levi's, it was Timberland. It was a Timbo. So, and I paid like $30 for it, but it'll last forever. Because, you know, if you have one belt, fellas, if you got one belt and you're just wearing that shit every day, if your loops are turning oval, it's time for a new belt. You know, but if you get a couple of them, all of them cumulatively look nicer longer. But it depends what you're into. Yeah, I wonder what the commission is. Probably, I don't know. I mean, if he sold me that suit, even at 10%, that's $800 in his pocket, you know? But I gave him one of my burner numbers, and he already sent me a message. It's like, bro, you know, pleasure fitting you for a suit, but I will go back there and buy one day, but no time soon. Yeah, you know me, Mike K, you know me. I'm all about. I mean, I just did it because it made me feel good. I'll be honest, it made me feel good. You know, it made me feel good to go do that. So yeah, but you know me, I shop it. I don't pay retail for nothing. I just don't. You seen the last suit I bought? I think I showed it to everyone. I gotta wear it one of these days. The last suit I bought it for like 65% off. Little altering, that was free. Fits like a freaking glove and it looks great, you know? Yeah, I'm all about saving the money. Everything will level out in the end. Not gonna be master. Yeah, Flaming Mo, you were right. Kmart used to have a good fitting room, I don't know. Yeah, $7,500 for a night. Yeah, I saw some leather jackets there. I mean, I could have spent all night in there because it's just nice. I mean, I'll tell you what. I mean, people could scoff all they want, and you know, oh, I'm freaking manly. I don't wear that type of shit or whatever. Well, I'll tell you what. If you came with me and you got fitted too, it changed the way you thought about everything. Like just being in something of that level, it's different. It is different. It's just like all of a sudden you're like, how you doing? Trust me, you know, treat yourself one day. It smells like something's on fire in here, I swear. Something's burning in here. I said that to the dude up there. He's like, yeah, it smells weird. It smells like burning plastic, but it's getting stronger. I hope it doesn't go back. Go back and get that jacket. Yeah, someday. I have Bitcoin, but too many people have it. No, Mo, I would have to argue that point. How much for the coffee? It's like $5. It's like $4.50 plus whatever the tax is. Dillard's Outlet is one of my favorite places to shop. If you got a Dillard's Outlet, especially, you know, like I'm difficult to fit, you know, waist, shoulders, whatever. I'm a little difficult to fit, so I always find shit on sale because the average guy doesn't take 32. You know, I take a 32. So I can always find, you know, they buy like 3 of them for the whole year, you know. You know, most guys like what, 36, 38, 40, 50, whatever you guys take, I don't know. Well, I'm not saying you guys, but I'm just saying general. The average American male does not take a 32, so I have no problems finding shorts, finding pants and suits and all that. Dillard's is freaking awesome. You bought a suit, however, the jacket makes you look like an old man. You just find something more modern. Yeah, I get it, but you know what? Take a little time. I'll give you a little bit of advice. If you don't like that suit jacket, if you don't like it, you don't think you're ever going to wear it, like you'd sooner give it to Goodwill, take it down to, find yourself a tailor, right? Pay them $30, $50, the most $75, and have that suit, even if you're never, ever, ever, ever gonna wear it. Say it was pink. Say it was like purple and pink, you look like frickin' Barney in the thing. However, take it to a tailor and have it fit. Every aspect of it. The cuff length, where it sits on your ass, the armpit hole, everything. Have that thing gone over with a fine-tooth comb till it fits you like some dude in Italy sat down and made it just for you. Doesn't matter what it looks like. Does not matter what it looks like. Then, you know what you have? Because I have one too. You have a template. You have a template from here on out for how your suits fit. That's how you can go to like Suit Supply and all those places who like supposedly semi-custom make all your suits for like $300, $400, but it's like a 2-month project, you know, all this other stuff. Now you have a template. Now you can be like, okay, this fits me perfect. Do this. And you bring it in on a rack and you give it to them. I shit you not. I've been doing that. I've always done that because I need fit. I don't want my freaking jacket over here, I want it over here, so it shows a little on my watch, I mean, and it's almost bespoke. It's for you, and people know that. It's money, So you have a template for the rest of your life until maybe you lose some weight, gain some weight, and then you make a new template. And your goal, you can bring it to any place, even a frickin' Dillard's who has their own tailor, and be like, do this. And they will extract the measurements off that template and just copy them. Turnaround time will be like a day. You're done. Take the time to tailor that, because, that's my suggestion. I've been doing it. It's worked out good for me. I don't have a template shirt though, because since I lost all the weight over the past couple of years, I've kind of been like getting by with some of my older ones, but it's time to step up my game. I gotta step up my shirt game. No ifs, ands, or buts. Let's see. Did I get the room comped? It was a business expense. And Aria works with the business on business expenses. Let's put it that way. Yeah, $2,000 for some boxers. So becoming rich means your things become more expensive, but not really that much different. Mr. C, not really. I mean, some people will do that, but I'm a big fan of, and how I've survived, and how I survived having my business shut down by, this outgoing administration and whatnot due to some freaking cold. Live within or below your means. That's the key, and a lot of people do not know how to do that. Like, the minute they get any extra money, they get a raise of $1, it starts to burn a hole in the pocket, You get a better job. You went from 60K to 68K, you got a raise or whatever. It's like, 8,000 free money. What are we gonna do with it, Money burns holes in people's hands, in people's pockets, and that's not good. Live above, below, or at your means. So as my means accelerate, am I going to be like, I'm only driving Bugattis now? I don't think so, because I still like, cool shit. I'd rather have like, one Bugatti or 10, 50,000 cars. I don't know. I only need one. What the hell's that matter? But I do like nice clothes. I gotta say that. I do like nice clothes. And I like nice watches, but I'm still never gonna spend, more than, even if I had, truckloads of scuttle, I'm not spending no freaking 50K on a watch. I mean, you'd have to have obscene levels of money to spend 50K on a watch. And you know what I'd rather do? I'd rather help people, I'd rather, help people than walk around with, a $100,000 watch on my freaking arm. I think that's just me. I mean, maybe other, people don't think like that, but I'd try to help my fellow human being than being like, let me wear this $100,000 watch. I appreciate nice shit, don't get me wrong. 5K, 10K, whatever, 20 on the outside, but a 100K watch? When you got people out in the street starving, you can say the same thing about a 2K watch, but, I'm still gonna help people. I help people every day. Even when I'm poor, I help people. And I'm still poor and I help people. But, yeah, so the more money I would make, the more I would help people, and I'd skim a little off the top with some nice clothes. There you go. When would I wear that suit? See, that's the problem. That is the problem. However, I would wear it in, honestly, if I could afford that type of suit, the place where I'd be wearing like a $7,000 suit, it would be, semi-business. Yeah, I would use it a lot for business. I would use it for, it depends. It would have to fit the environment. I'm not Harvey Specter, out freaking litigating and shit. Wearing suits in casinos, people always ask you where's the bathroom because they figure you work there, so that would be out. But tell you what, if I could afford a $7,000 suit, I wouldn't be walking around, casinos and whatnot. That's not my nature. I think I would step up, I would elevate my lifestyle a little bit, but it'd be just like, but it'd be so worth it just for the 3 or 4 or 5 times a year. I'd wear it at least once a month. No ifs, ands, or buts. If it was up to me, personally, I'd wear a suit every freaking day. It's just half the year is 120 here. I mean, I'd wear a suit to go shopping at Smith's. I don't give a shit, because it feels good. It feels good. I ain't gonna lie, it just feels good to look good. It feels good to look good, and if you feel good, you look good. If you look good, you feel good. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's been my nature. I'd wear a suit every day if I could. And other people are like, oh, that sucks. I'm tired of wearing suits every day, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I get that. After a while, it does get played out. I get it. I mean, I tell people, oh, I'm so bored of freaking casinos. I'm so bored. What am I going to do? Let me go to a casino. All right. But people say I'm crazy for that because they dream about coming out here. It's the same thing, Yeah, look in your best. Exactly. Look in your best. And the way, I don't give a shit what anyone says. You are judged by how you look. It opens doors. It literally opens doors. Like, are you more likely to, get a free room at a casino wearing a suit? Or, your skips and a freaking wife beater? They can't judge me. They don't know how much. Yeah, they are judging you. The whole freaking world is judging you. So those old people are like, I don't care what people think. Well, you should start. Because you'd be surprised how many doors it opens. You'd be surprised. I mean, and I'm not speaking of myself, because I consider myself like, 50-50. I look good from 50 feet away doing 50 miles an hour. There you have it. When I was young, young, that was a whole different. I used to model and shit. But anyway, you'd be surprised how it opens doors. There's scientific studies that, people who are fit and or attractive perceptually, things just go easy. Things just go freaking easy. They get the jobs, they get the opportunities. I mean, is life fair like that? No, it's not. Life is not fair like that. If you're ugly, work out. Bottom line. If you're ugly, get a sick freaking body. I don't care if you're 60 or 30, 20, whatever. If people don't find your face attractive, get a freaking killer body, and no one will notice. And it'll open doors for you. I know keeping fit my whole life has opened doors for me. Me and, I photographed for Rolex, Gucci, Jordache. You think being fit, that I could look good in those clothes, played a part versus, some guy who didn't? Of course it did. Because, they wanted someone who understood the brand. They're just like, I'd come in with a suit, how you doing, everyone, blah, 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 It's just a fact of life. Doors open for you. You want to return something without a receipt? Wear a suit. Wear a frickin' suit. You talk about, Caucasian privilege? Not so much. Looking good privilege. Put on a nice suit. They will take your return without a receipt. I'm telling you. I shit you not. There's a lot of things I'll shit you about, but I'll shit you not about that. Put on some, you want to get something done? That you're like, oh man, I gotta deal with this in motor vehicles, they're never gonna accept this freaking thing, my dog chewed it or whatever. Dress nice, put on some cologne, and let everyone go until you get a woman. Doesn't matter what she looks like, just as long as it's a woman. And women do the opposite. And watch how smooth shit goes. And then you just walk up, how you doing today? Wow, you look like someone who's really gonna help me today, and I really appreciate that. As she breathes in your Tom Ford cologne. Trust me. I've been playing that game my whole life, and I ain't embarrassed to say it. Murano. Murano. Like, they have different things. I went and looked. It's like they have different names for the different fits. Alex, Andrew. I don't know why. I mean, maybe it's like the kids' names or something. I don't get the full fit. I get the one right below full fit. There's 4 fits. Like, the last one's skinny jeans. The first one's like, you know, some shit grandpa would wear. So it depends on the 2 in the middle, you know, how they look. So yeah, be careful with that. Look, watch, people are diving off like I'm spitting poison right now. People don't like hearing the truth. But you're going to be hearing a lot of truth over the next 4 years. So get freaking used to it. You got to dress for success. It doesn't pay much to look smart. It doesn't pay much to look smart, whatever your income. It doesn't pay to look smart. I don't get that. A little confused. Yeah, some of the biggest high rollers wear t-shirts and shorts. Okay. And and some of them don't. That doesn't prove anything. Yeah, there's a lot of people who walk around, you know, millionaires that look like slobs. And quite frankly, when I'm like a Bitcoin bazillionaire, I'll probably like dress down a whole lot and look a little not slobby, but I don't want to stand out. I don't want to walk around like with a freaking bullseye on my head, you know? I don't. But I just hope everyone buys the Bitcoin and we're all freaking rich and it won't matter, you know? And we'll go back to being like elegant again, you know? Top of the morning to you, you know, instead of being like dirtbags all the time. Ms. Google, single-handedly saving the live stream. I love you. Thank you very much. You're awesome. You wore a suit for 5 years in your 30s. But was it like some off the rack thing you had to put on, but was it like you just some guys who go to work and they have to wear suits, put on a suit, you know, they just put on like even Walmart sells a brand called George. You can put one of those on. You can see the guys around the strip wearing them because, you know, they're like $99 or whatever. Comes with a free pair of socks. But, you know, they look like shit and everyone knows it, you know, especially the women. But guys who know also know. And, you know, you can step up your game a little bit. But, I mean, there's a difference between a suit and a nice suit. You know, but if you're just working a job or whatever, you're not really, can you put could you put that level of effort into the suit game? I don't know. But whatever. I mean, you don't have to spend a fortune. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I agree 100%. You know, and again, I am all about, I'm frugal. I work hard. I've worked since I dropped out of my mom's. I work hard, and I've always worked hard. So I've always understood the value of money, you know? So I like a good deal. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I don't mind certain things secondhand, you know? I mean, I don't care. No. Some people don't shop, oh, it's beneath them or whatever. One of my most favorite cars, which was a BMW M5 with the frickin' kick your ass button on it, the M button. Yeah, I bought that a few months old during a divorce sale I heard about. She sold it to me to spite her husband because it was in her name. And I bought that shit for like 20 cents on the dollar. But who knew? Except 108 people. You know, but I was driving around an M5 looking like the fucking boss, you know? I didn't pay $90,000 for that car because that's what they were going for back then. I didn't pay no $90,000. You know, now they're probably like 150, 160, whatever, you know? I didn't pay 20 for it. She just wanted to F over her husband, but I always have my ear open, you know? Always have my ear to the wall, see what's going on. Like, oh, what do you got? Just saying. You know, I like a good deal. There's nothing like getting something good at a good deal. Speaking of which, who bought Dogecoin 3 months ago when I was first talking about it? I can't believe they haven't asked me for another coffee yet. I'm kind of disappointed. Who bought Dogecoin? Remember I told you, I said I'm buying it at, I bought it at 9.013. I bought Doge just for the hell of it. I told you, there's an outside chance, Elon got so involved, he's going to be part of the friggin' government. The friggin' department that Elon Musk is going to be in charge of is named Doge. Department of Government Efficiency. It's named friggin' Doge. So I'm just like, F it. I'm going to put some bucks into the Doge. You know, it was a joke. It's a stupid meme coin, but it was 9 cents. It's trading at 20 cents now. More than doubled. More than doubled. Now, will it go up? Am I going to sell off? I don't know. Whatever. I mean, there's a chance it can go to 20. I didn't put that much into it. I mean, it'd be tiny little painful. But I got a few thousand Doge. Yeah, quite a few. Could that go to $1? I bought it for 9 cents. Could it go to $9? Could it 100x? That's a whole bunch of Tom Fords. You know, Tom Ford belt, shoes, socks, everything, underwear. Hell yeah, even a hat. Morning, ladies. I study shit. I'm a dude who studies a lot of shit. I'm not telling you guys to do it. I just study a lot of shit. If I'm awake, I'm studying something. Trust me. So, did anyone else get down with that? Let me see. Nice suits and lived. Oh, you lived on a horse ranch? That's freaking awesome. I always want to live on a horse ranch. Wish I lived on a horse ranch. Or a lake. A lake would be cool. You bought some Doge? Mary? Alright, cool. That's awesome. And the Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I mean, I started talking about it at 53. I was just like, I'm gonna get down with, I still say, I don't remember exactly where I got orange pill. I don't remember the exact day, time, because I was studying ETFs and whatever, always studying the latest ETFs, how they're moving, all the other shit. I don't even remember how. I've been trading and been in markets since I was 20. It just makes sense. It just made sense. Lit my world on fire. And I mean, I shouldn't even talk about it, but I'm gonna talk about it. If you ain't into it, you're gonna be left in the dust. Because, you know, it's just gonna get more and more, and we're building a Federal Reserve based on Bitcoin. And you're like, oh, that's a scam. Oh, please. Well, you know what I say? More for me. Keep calling it a scam. As you hold $1 in your hand and it freaking melts. Holding $1 in your palm of your hand and watch it melt. That's what $1 is. No, put an ice cube there. You're just losing money by the day. You know, just dealing with fiat currency. It's just dumb. So, I mean, that's the world we live in, but eventually Bitcoin will be declared legal tender. Most countries it is. 3 states here it basically is. Just buy it, you know? Just buy it. I wish I could have bought it. Like, when I first heard about it, I thought it was a scam too, when it was like 5,000. Fuck, I wouldn't even be here right now. I mean, no offense to anyone, but holy cow, I had the money back then, and, you know, it's trading at $75,000. It's up 28% month over month. In the past 30 days, 28%. Anticipating 47's win because he is Bitcoin friendly. Yeah, there's a bunch of scams out there, but not all crypto is Bitcoin, you know, even though Bitcoin is crypto, blah, 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 blah. There's a lot of pump and dump bullshit scams out there. But, you know, he's in a mad race. Putin says, now I'm really getting in trouble. He's saying he's going to start mining it. China be down within the next couple of months. So if you ain't into it, you're just going to be left in a pile of hurt. Your house, what are you going to do with your house? You know? Get out a loan, pay the man back, pay for your house 3 times. You know, I mean, we all know real estate tax is theft. It's the government's, it's legal theft. You bought the house and they're going to charge you 1% of it, 1.5% of it. That way you have to give, and then if you don't pay it, they take. It's a scam and a half. Oh, real estate. Oh, gold. Oh, shiny rocks. You're into shiny rocks? Cool. I'll make a necklace. Give it to my old lady. Shiny rocks. Yeah, that's going to help you in your retirement. Shiny rocks. Bitcoin went up 26%. What did gold do? Oh, it went up $50. Oh, I'm feeling really good. Just stop with the freaking shiny rock bullshit. Just stop. Just stop. Get on board, you know? Get on board. It's freaking 2025. Get on board. Yep, it peaked out a couple hours ago at like 77.2. It's gonna go up, it's gonna go down, it's gonna go up, it's gonna go down. It's gonna do its thing. Like after this next push, which will probably be 150 by the end of the year, maybe at least 100 by the end of the year, it's gonna come back down to 60. I mean, it's gonna, whatever it gains, there's gonna be at least a 30% retracement, and then just buy some more. And then watch it. It's never gonna go down to 0, you know, when governments are holding it. But then you got these scumbags like Michael Saylor, you know, oh, give your Bitcoin to me, I'll hold it, I'm a nice guy, and then I'll loan it back to you. Go F yourself, Michael Saylor. I mean, he sounds good, but I always knew that dude was like a joke. Oh, I'm creating a Bitcoin bank. And then you got BR. I don't even want to talk about them, because they might play a role in trying to undo 47. Oh, I think I have to make the statement. I'm happy. I'm in a great mood. I'm not going anywhere. I don't have any thoughts of doing anything. Well, you have to say that if you talk about BR. Your friend got 1 Bitcoin playing Counter-Strike. Wow. That is nuts. Sold it. Oh, man. Think about all the people who lost their coin. I mean, they say there's probably like 10% of all the coin in the Bitcoin in the world is gone. You know, like, just gone. People like bought it at $3 and, you know, they bought like $100 worth of it at $3 just, and they don't have their passwords. They threw out the computer. You know, it's just gone. And imagine that. And then they got the ancient whales. They call them ancient whales. The ancient whales are coming out of the woodworks, like dudes with like 7,000 Bitcoin, and like the wallet address has not been alive for like 8 years, and they're worth like obscene amounts of money, and they're starting to shift it around. Imagine being in that position. You bought Bitcoin for like $208, and you're watching it like in 5 years. It's gonna. I'm telling you, I would. I don't know if I'd put my life on it, because you know we're going into a weird phase in human existence over the next few years. Anyway, but my prediction, between 2 and 5. I mean, that's a broad prediction. I would say 3 and 5, but I'm going to say between 2 and 5 million by 2030. And we're pissing and moaning about 75,000. Anyway, imagine being at $1 million each, and you have 7,000 that you paid like $150 for in like 2012. That's sick. That's sick. I mean, you couldn't even use all that money. Your entire bloodline throughout the entire history of history would be secured for life, and that's kind of what it's about, you know? For me, I mean, I don't know what I would do with mine. I mean, I would just help people at the end, but I'm not going to give it to like the Cat Society or some shit. I would just help people. I mean, you could literally Even if you just peel off the interest in 2030, I did a calculation. I showed it online at heybrorfredrik.com. If you are holding right now a tenth of a Bitcoin and you're willing to commit $25 a week, by 2030, you'll be able, you can just peel off a slice of Bitcoin, $200K a year, and your Bitcoin would never go down in value. Kind of beats the balls off of Social Security, huh? 200K with a tenth of a Bitcoin. If it stays to its 37 to 40% return year over year, some years better, some years worse, you're looking at retiring on 200K a year comfortably without having to sell it, draw it down. You're not drawing it down because it's increasing in value. It works the opposite of money. It's crazy. Anyway, that's all I gotta say about that. People tell me, oh, you shouldn't tell people you got Bitcoin. I don't got a lot of Bitcoin. I just put I'll put $10 more. I'll buy $10 more tonight. But you could super chat me Bitcoin through Cash App. It's a gift that keeps on giving, you know. I mean, you could send me was Cash App? Yeah, Cash App or Venmo. You could super chat me Bitcoin. Cause if you super chat me $10, it'll be worth like $1,000 by the time I retire. It's like a savings bond for a 12-year-old. Cool, thank you. You know, I'm just messing around, but not really. All right, people. Tomorrow night I'd wear it to the Bror Nation. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking about putting on a suit this past Bror Nation get-together. Next week, the video for this coming get-together is going out. It's like 90% done. I got to incorporate some pictures into it. What was I going to say? Oh, tomorrow night we're going to go walk around. We're going to go look at SEMA trucks, do all the stuff. It's beautiful out. I'm predicting somewhere between 6 and 6:30, plus or minus. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys. I love you guys. So one last time. Oh, let me just check Super Chat activities real quick. I don't want to snub anyone. But moderation. I don't want to moderate no one. Let's see. Fan funding. Thank you, Miss Google, and thank you, Maria, and you are both awesome, and I appreciate you guys, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. One last time, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least times a week, and everyone supports the channel, all the stuff down there, and on that note, Bror Fredrik out.